Alexander Zender of UCCS Athletics. Joining me today is Coach Mark Misch. Coach, how are you doing today?
Great. Beautiful day outside. Good to be here.
Beautiful day. Coach, this past weekend was the Rust Buster Run, and you came out with a team win. How does that feel?
Well, it's nice. I mean, start the season on a positive, but I think the most important thing is the meet is aptly named the Rust Buster for a reason. And all the way back to when I started the meet in 2008, I guess it was to have just a low-key home meet early in the year, and so especially for our young people, it's a shorter race than we normally run. The guys usually race 8 to 10 kilometers, and this race was only 6K. So it's pretty simple. Nothing we get too fired up about. Just kind of like, hey, let's go knock this out and get the kinks out of the system. But overall, we got done what we needed, and it was a quality day, and we had a lot of great help. Jared Werner and others, working with the timing, and just our marshals, the track and field team on the course, and a lot of good. We had good turnout, good fans, and that's good for our people. So it's a good day.
Well, after this past weekend's competition, what are you improving on these next 2 weeks until your next race? Like, what are you and your team working on?
Well, basically just continuing to kick the can down the road. I mean, we're long ways from where we want to be in November. Well, everybody in the country is in the same boat, actually, and so just still grinding away on the basics. Nothing too fancy in terms of speed work. Just a lot, mostly threshold stuff, long runs, just cranking away on the aerobic side. Fair number of workouts on the grass, which is more important because that's kind of where our championships are, and it's a different kind of running than on, like, say, a surface like Mile Valley Park where it's crushed gravel and dirt. Just things like that. So just keeping guys healthy and putting in the work.
Well, Coach, last question. From your days as a runner, what is the most valuable thing you took away from your past experiences and taking your experiences and passing them to your runners today?
Man, it's a loaded question. There's a lot, and I still love to run. I still get out there and run, 65, 70 miles a week. And so
Hold on, did you just say 65, 70 miles a week?
Yeah. As long as God lets me, I'll keep at it. But I think just there's so much you go through, whether it's things that went great or things that didn't work well. I mean, every single thing that you experience on the spectrum, you can use to get better. And I think that's what we try to do with our folks is we try to make calculated decisions, reduce the mistakes, whether it be how we approach a race or just even workouts or how we make decisions on the cost-benefit analysis of our efforts. But I was blessed from where I started, a small town in Kansas, and going through college and post-collegiately, and even up to just recently coaching a guy, at the Olympics in Rio, and being around all that. The thing is that the sport, the fundamentals don't change. I mean, end of the day, the effort is number one, and the mentality and how somebody handles the day-to-day, what they got to deal with. And competition is competition, and you're going to have great days and not so good days. But at the end of the day, you've got to have a passion for it. I mean, it has to be something you enjoy doing, regardless of the outcome, because the outcome is not guaranteed. You could do everything right, but on like Black Friday, we had a young man had food poisoning. We had another kid that came down with strep throat, and you can't plan for that. You have to make adjustments and get back in the game and go and take the good days and the not so good, and understand that's part of the sport. And so we got some guys. We're leaving next week to go to Michigan State with a handful of guys for a good meet up there. And if somebody had said to me before the season, hey, which 10 guys are you taking to that meet, I'd say, well, I'm a crystal ball, so I don't know what's going to happen yet. And just as that meet will come, it'll pass, and we'll get back at it, and we got a long ways till regionals and nationals. So we just tell our guys, you got to be prepared for anything. You got to roll with the punches and accept what's given to you, and stay positive. And so it's a great sport. I've been blessed to be in a long time, a lot of good friends, a lot of good memories, and learn a lot about myself in the process. I think these guys, when their time is done here, I'm hoping they take away a lot more than just a result or a PR or an accolade. So that's what I try to to pass on.
Well, congrats to you on the team win, and good luck again at Michigan State. Alexandra Zender joining me today again is Mark Misch. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.